So we're in the Tyrolean Alps, just a few kilometers from the Swarovski Optik factory. And if you've just bought a new ATX or STX telescope, then congratulations. I hope you have as much fun with it as we had building them and as we have playing with them. What we're going to do is do a little user manual for the ATX and STX telescopes. Here I have a box, and I'm going to take the objective module out. It's protected in cardboard halters, and the objective cover you can just snap off like that. I'm going to store it in the box for now. At the back we've got a little bayonet, and I can open up the bayonet enclosure. In the other box I have the ATX ocular, also with a bayonet. I'm going to open that up, open up the other side. And to fit the two together, it's actually quite easy. What you want to do is, there's a little dot here and a little dot here. So you would put those together, but to fit it, you just hold it up like that, twist the right hand towards you, and it's just going to slide on. And you'll hear a little click as the knob drops into place. So it's now fixed. If you want to disassemble it again, you can just slide it apart, and you have the two parts again to transport with the bayonet caps. If you have another objective and you want to switch between objectives, you can do it in exactly the same way, just switching out sizes. So in order to attach or mount your telescope onto a Swarovski Optik tripod head, all you need to do is just put it straight in, and it clicks into place. If, however, you have another tripod head, then underneath there is a screw and a little conversion thread. So you can either screw out the conversion thread, or if your tripod head uses the same screw thread size, you can just screw it on, tighten it with a coin, and that'll then clip straight into your tripod head at home. So once you've got rid of the marble table, you can then get back to using the spotting scope. We have a great big focusing ring here, made large and smooth so that you can do fine adjustments and very quick adjustments with the same wheel. Next to it we have the zoom ring, which is a higher tension so that you never get the two confused. You'll also feel that it's slightly bigger with a different texture. Zooming up to 60 power and back to 25 power. With the eye cup, we have an extendable eye cup, so normally you would extend it out and look through, and it should hold your eye in the correct position. If, however, you wear glasses or sunglasses, then you can always twist the eye cup in and look with glasses to give you just a little bit more space for your glasses so you can get the whole field of view. I also use this when I'm sea watching or there's a wind and you don't want to touch anything. You can hang a backpack from the tripod, and then without touching anything you can not disturb or shake the spotting scope and get a clear view. But for some people, they have very big sunglasses, or because of their facial structure, their eyeglasses are a little bit further away from their face. So you've made another little eye cup. This you can get from your dealer. All you need to do is just switch it out, and you'll see the difference between the two is that we've kind of shaved off the top of the rubber bit here, which means that then your sunglasses or glasses would lie flat almost against that ocular lens there, just to give you a little bit more space for your glasses. You can still use it normally. One other thing we have is our Sunshield. So right now the sun's coming from that direction, and so it's shining straight onto my objective. What you want to do is just twist it, and you can pull out the Sunshield. If you're going to try and push it or pull it out straight, it's always going to be tough, but twist it and it will just slide back in again. So this is perfect conditions with the sun coming from the side, or if it's raining or you got a sea breeze, you want to pull out the Sunshield to protect your objective lens and to keep it clean. So with the eyepiece module, you'll get a little rain guard that looks like this, that you can just slip over, and it'll protect your lenses with the hard center and soft outside to keep it on nicely. If you spend time out and there's a lot of wind, you can always stop the ocular cover from flapping around by just hooking it into the elasticated bit. If you bought an ATX angled module for your telescope, then you would have seen one of these in the box. It's not a Wi-Fi connection, it is an aiming aid. And this is just something we thought that might help some people who are struggling to find their deer or their bird through their spotting scope. And how it works is you can either attach it directly over the rubber armoring, or you can move the Sunshield out a little bit, swing it in there, and I'm just going to just pull it in like that. So we've got a little connector there to keep the little loose end out of place. If you want to, you could cut this off. So now I've got my little antenna. The antenna just slides straight on like that. And you want to make sure that the antenna is facing straight up, that it's vertical. Now we're going to adjust it to fit your eyes. Now, everybody uses their spotting scope slightly differently. Everybody would like an aiming aid in a slightly different place. So we've allowed it open for you to set it to your eyes. How to set it is you're going to find an object. I've found something at about 30 meters or 100 foot away. And I'm going to look through my spotting scope and find that object. So there it is. I'm going to focus on it. And that object is in the very center of my field of view. Now, without moving my head, I'm going to raise my eye level and look straight over the top here at my antenna. You might want to close your other eye that's not looking through, but I'm just looking straight through. And where is that object when I look over here? And right now it's about there. Yeah, so if I look straight over, at this point here, I'm looking at that same object as is set through the telescope. Now what you're going to do is you're going to measure this length here, and the unwanted bit we're going to cut off from the bottom, which means that I could cut it off there, which is 1, 2, 3 notches up. Just going to cut it off, 1, 2. Actually, just to be sure, I'm only going to cut off 2, and then I'm going to test it again. So there, look through again at my same object. It's still a little bit too long. It's 1 notch too long. So I'm going to cut off 1 more. Make sure it's nice and vertical. And now when I look through, it's just about right for me. So that's how I've set it up for my 85. This is going to be fine for the 85 now. Which means that when I have a flying bird, I've got some flying crows up there, all I need to do is just put my head on, find the bird looking over, and then the bird should be in my field of view. It's just a rough guide to get you close to your bird or your subject. Your Swarovski optic telescope is waterproof down to 4 meters and is nitrogen purged, so the insides will keep nice and clean. But lots of people ask about how to take care of the external parts of their telescope. It's important that you do keep it clean, that you maintain it, and that the lenses are clean. Don't clean them too often, because too often is also not too good for the lenses. But the best way to do it is to get a little bit of running water at a tap, and you can just gently wash off your lenses with a little bit of running water. Another good trick is a brush that you can brush off the larger particles off of your lenses. Because no matter how good your cloth is, if you've got sand or dirt granules on there and you're rubbing it with a nice smooth cloth, it's going to be like sandpaper and you're going to not do well for your lenses. All of the external lenses have got SWAROCLEAN coating on them, which will help to expel dirt to keep the lenses nice and clean. They've also got the anti-reflection coating SWARODUA, which is a really tough coating that'll help to protect the external lenses. The eye cup you can twist out, and sometimes when you've been dragging it through the dirt or when you've been using it a lot, you can get dirt granules in here or in there. This you can take out and wash under running water, wash it out nice and clean. And in there you can use a cotton bud just to clean out everything on the inside so it's nice and clean. The same goes for the joint here, that you can clean these lens surfaces and make sure that you don't have a buildup of dirt around the O-ring here. Because if everything is nice and clean, then this will be nicely water sealed and you won't have any problems in the rain.